It all begins around 11 years old when I had a great appreciation for the pastor, an overwhelming sense of his gift to the community, his gift to God, and that he was consecrating the bread and wine into the body and blood of our Lord.
It was not until my first overseas tour that the fear of my mortality set in, and I didn't know where I would go if I died. So I started getting religious and quick. That got me into the mindset of thinking about God, and then I got the maybe calling to join the priesthood. At that point, I had no idea, because I don't know how to discern what's God and what's me.
I think one of the things that brought me here specifically was I was asking a friend of mine who was in seminary, and I said, it's not a lightning bolt that comes out of the sky that lets you know that you're called to be a priest. And he says, no, not at all. But if you want, you can knock on the door, and if it opens and you step through it, then you know you're called to be a priest.
It actually took me very long. I think I first heard it in 2003 when I was reading the book The Confessions by St. Augustine. And in this book, I associated his life with my own. He was a teacher of rhetoric, and I was in graphic design. And he didn't like his job because he was persuading people to believe in things they didn't believe, and I felt the same with graphic design. And so that's when I first had an inclination that I had a call to do something important or something religious with my life, something spiritual, something in the realm of God. But then it wasn't for about 5 or 6 years later that I actually did strongly hear the call, and it took me that long to accept it on the outside. It took me that long to verbalize it, to be able to tell that to others.
I'm not exactly sure what put the idea into my head, but my life was changing. I was about to graduate. I was in love with Katie, and I felt this call to the priesthood, and so I spent a whole night praying, asking God what did he want for me and for my life.